Everyone says go into tech, but nobody explained the role. So in the next few minutes, I'll be explaining the role in tech so that you can make an informed decision and be able to decide which one is best for you.
Welcome. If today is your first time seeing me or joining or watching this video, my name is Samuel and I've been a Scrum Master for years and I help people transition into tech. So if you know it is your dream to transition into tech, last time we spoke about waterfall methodology, what waterfall methodology is in tech, and why companies are moving away from waterfall methodology and they are now moving into agile methodology. So today I will be focusing more on agile methodology. Now, the difference between waterfall and agile methodology is, let's just simplify it a little bit. It's the same software development, but they use different approach. Agile actually follow the same steps with waterfall, but with a different approach. So agile is like building, a room, show it to the customer, you come back, you continue to build, you let the customer see and have input into what you're building. So if you have an app that you are building for a customer, a small business for that matter, they want an input on time. They want to see it on time. So Agile make that available for them. Agile is very, very flexible. That is why most companies are going into Agile. Agile help you to get value on time on your product. It gives you value on time, unlike waterfall, where you have to wait until all the processes, all the steps are completed before you have input into what is being built for you. So that is not with Agile. Agile has its own way, being flexible, helping you to get what you want on time, with you having input at every stages. Now, how does Agile works and what are the rules in Agile? So we will be talking about that in this video. So just stay on with me. So Agile work in a way, it follows the development process. That means from where the requirement is gathered to where the product is deployed. So that process is what we call software development lifecycle. Software development lifecycle. That means when they get the requirement from the business owner to the time this is being built and being deployed, made available for the use. So that is what is called software development life cycle. Now, there's ways Agile works. Agile uses framework to work, and there are three different types of framework that Agile uses to work. The first one and the most popular is Scrum, and the second one is Kanban, and the third one is XP, Extreme Programming. Those are the three major framework Agile uses. So therefore, I'm going to limit this video to just Scrum, which is the most I won't say most important, but most popular framework that most companies use. And if you go on the internet, if you search for the job on the Scrum role, you will see a lot of it. So let's start from there. Now, framework is just a way they use. So what is Scrum framework? What do they use Scrum framework for? They use it to work within a team. And if you go to scrum.org, you have a basic understanding of what Scrum is, how it's being used in the team. So let me try to simplify it and explain every role in Scrum so that you'll be able to make informed decisions about the role you want to go into. So Scrum says Scrum work in teams. They work in teams. So in each team must not be more than 10. Scrum says a team of a Scrum team should not be more than 10. It should be 9 or 10. So that is the usual practice according to Scrum guide. So they should not be more than 10. So in each company, you can have 10 Scrum team, 15 Scrum team, 20 Scrum team, or 40 Scrum teams. It depends on how big the organization is and how they operate their tech, or the number of projects or the number of products they are working on. So that is what determines the number of Scrum team in any organization. So, and in any Scrum team, there are different roles. There are 5 major different roles in a Scrum team that compose of the composition of that 10 people. The first one is a product owner. I'm going to take them one after the other and explain. The product owner, one product owner per team. You cannot have two product owner in a team. So if you're going for the role of a product owner, stick with me. I will explain later. Now, number two is a scrum master, the position of a scrum master. You cannot have two scrum master in a team. You only have one. Now, you have business analyst. Now, you can have more than one business analyst in a team depending on the project or the product they are working on. So number four is testers. We call them QAs, quality assurance, but mostly they call them testers, QA. And the fourth role in this Scrum team is the developers. These are the developers. The developers, you can have two, you can have three, depending on the project the team is working on. And testers as well, you can have two, depending on the project the team is working on. So stick with me. Let's go over each of these roles so that this can help you to make your decision to know which role you actually want to come into. Now, the first one, okay, maybe I should mention this. I say there are lots of roles in tech, not Scrum. In tech, there are lots of roles in tech, but they are not necessarily be part of the Scrum team. Some of these roles are outside the Scrum team. Some operate outside the Scrum team, and they make the life of the Scrum team easier. So how do they do that? We're going to explain. Now, there are roles like the product manager. In some company, their product manager sits in the Scrum team. In some company, they sit outside the Scrum team. So we'll take time to explain. If you want me to explain the role of a product manager, please put in the comment section. Then I will know. Then I'll do another video on that particular one. So we also have the solution architect. We have that sits outside the team. We have the UI UX designers that also sit outside the team. We have the release manager that also sits outside the team. Then some other roles that has to do with deployment, like cloud administrators. That's when the AWS and Azure comes in. So that is not part of this video. If you want me to take that role, all those rules forward, please put in the comment section so that I will know what to focus on. But for this particular video, we're just focusing on Scrum rule, the 5 major rule in Scrum, so that it will help you to make an informed decision if you want to go into one of this role. And before I start again, do not be afraid that AI is going to take your job. As I've said, AI is available to enhance your skill. Don't allow that fear to stop you from pursuing your dream or for going after your dream. AI will be used to enhance your skills. So just try as much as possible to encourage yourself and move on this. So the role of a product owner. A product owner owns the vision. He's the one that understands the product, what we are building. He's the one that tells us this is what we should build and when we should build it. He prioritizes the work. He prioritizes the work for the Scrum team. That is a major thing he does in the team. He decides what gets built, how we're going to build it. He tells us. He discusses with the business owners. He discusses with the stakeholders. He discusses with them. He gets information and bring it into the Scrum team because it's part of the Scrum team. So that is the role of a product owner. He understands the product. He knows how to work with the product. No code is required here. No code is required for the position of a product owner. So if you have more questions about this role, put in the comment section. I'll be able to explain. And one thing I will also want us to understand is for a typical Scrum team, they are self-organizing, they are self-managing. So there is no boss. That the product owner speak with the stakeholder does not mean he controls the Scrum team. No one controls the Scrum team. Not even the Scrum Masters. They are self-organizing, they are self-managing, and they take their decisions together, they work together as a team. So no one is a boss in a particular Scrum team. It's just a team. So that is for the product owner. Now let's come to the role of a Scrum Master. Again, it's not because Scrum Master means you are the boss of the team. No, it's just the name given to the role, the Scrum Master. So you understand Scrum. That's one thing. At the end of this video, I'll be able to share my screen to show you if you want to be a Scrum Master, where you need to do some readings and where you need to take some of your certification. I'm not affiliated to anybody, but I will just need to show you these are some of the things. The one I used myself some years back. You'll be able to see yourself. So Scrum Master, you understand the role very well. You'll be the one to help the team collaborate very well. You understand the agile process, you understand Scrum process, and you'll be able to guide the team how they need to do some of these things and follow the process so that they don't work outside the process. You run all the meetings. You run with the different meetings in Scrum. We have the daily stand-up, we have the refinement meeting, we have the retrospective meeting, we have the review meeting where we come to the stakeholders. You facilitate all these meetings. Most importantly, you equally remove blockers for the team. For example, if you come into a meeting like daily stand up and the developer is talking about, I'm stuck here, I can't go forward here, I need help here. You as a scrum master, you are the one that will go look for someone that can help solve that problem. It might be KT, maybe they need knowledge transfer. They will come to you and say, please, we are blocked here. You go around, you look for who will help them solve that problem. So you do not need coding here. You do not need the knowledge to code here. All you need is leadership skills. You need communication skill. You need listening skill. You need coaching skill, and also ability to be able to resolve conflicts. Don't say it's just as easy as that. This is what I do all the time. Sometimes there are hidden conflicts within the team that you have to resolve. You can have 10 people in the team and 2 can be having conflicts. It's now left for you as a scrum master to be able to resolve that conflict without even others knowing. You help the team to collaborate very well, because if they don't collaborate very well, there is no way you can achieve your purpose or your goal in a particular sprint. Mind you, Scrum work in sprints, but I'm just explaining the role, not the Scrum process at this time. So you need enough skills to be able to work with the team. Any team that does not collaborate cannot work well. If people are not talking well, you also need to create a safe environment for the team. How do I mean safe environment? You create a psychological safe environment where everybody talks without feeling somehow, without fear of being judged. So that is your role as a scrum master. So if you're going into this role, put in the comment section, then I'll take more time to explain, or put your question in the comment section, then we'll be able to talk about it. Now, the next role is the business analyst. Now, this role has to do with requirement gathering. And I also want to say it that this is where most people miss it. You see so much video on the internet that talks about business analyst, the role of a business analyst, but there's something they are not telling you. And what they are not telling you is the business analyst is in two folds. One, a business analyst can be a product business analyst, and also another one is technical business analyst, which we most time refer to IT business analyst. This is where most people miss it. So if you're paying for any course, or if you're paying for anything, please understand what they are taking. You don't just generalize it at business, the role of a business analyst. There are technical business analysts, so you need to understand. And also, if you are applying for any job, look at the job description very well. If the job description requires technical skills in terms of IT business analyst, you need to have a basic understanding of SQL. That is very important for that role. So the major difference is, it's most of the time they just say business analyst. So that is the difference between the two. The product business analyst is the one that prepares the business requirement to specification. That is the BRS. They prepare the business requirement to specification. They say BRS. And the IT business analyst, they are the one in charge of IT specification. We have some organization where they combine the two together, the business analyst and the ITBA, but some organization they separate it. So if you're going into that role, you need to know what you're going to be. Maybe just understanding the product, or maybe you're going to have some knowledge about SQL. That is equally very important for you to know. Now we go to the next role, which is the QA, the testers, the quality assurance. So these are the people that test what is being developed. What has been developed, these are the people that test it. They make sure this development does not have any bug, because if the bug escapes into production, then we'll have problem. That's when defect comes up. So you don't want to do that. So in a Scrum team, they do a lot of testing. They do testing to make sure that bug does not escape. So if you don't know about bug and you want me to talk about bug and defect, put it in the comment section so that I'll be able to explain that to you. So, but the major thing the testers do is to test. There is a way they test, there is an environment they test. We have lower environments, and we also have the UAT environment, and we also have the production environment. So before the things get into the production, UAT means user acceptance testing. So they test in lower environments before they send to the user to test, to show the user, the owner of the business, that this is what we have developed. Can you use UAT test? UAT means you're testing it. It's not yet live. It's not yet in production. They are testing it. So when they test, when the testers test and they assure the Scrum team that we are okay, that's when we now conduct the UAT test. When the user says, oh, I love what I'm seeing here, that's when they go live. Without testing, it does not go live. So this is the work of tester, but also have this understanding. Testers, there are two folds. We have the manual testing and the automation testing. That is manual testers and automation testers. Manual testing is still existing, fine, but I will also say most people, most companies, they are now moving towards automation testing. They're doing automation testing. So if you're going into this role, I will advise that go into automation testing. That will help you to land yourself a job on time. So if you want more or you have questions, please put in the comment section. Now, the last for today that we're going to talk about are the developers. These are the people that actually write the codes, and they have different languages they use. It could be Java, it could be .NET, it could be Python, whatever they want to study. So they are the one that writes the code. They are the one that designs based on the understanding of what they have, based on the requirements that the team have. So they are the one that will write all the codes. They're the one that will put the code in order. They do their own testing, which is called unit testing. They write their unit test to test that what they have written works based on the specification or based on the acceptance criteria in the ticket, and or based on the description in the ticket. So they test it, they write their unit test before they send it to the testers to test. If you want to learn coding, put in the comment section, then I'll give you a link where you can learn coding for free. That link, that website is free, where you can learn coding. Even if you want to learn Excel, you want to learn as a data analyst, you're going to see that. So this is where we're going to stop today. Please do not forget to like, to share.
Okay, now let's go through this together. So you can just go to strong.org, scrum.org. If you are sure that maybe you want to go into Scrum, you want to be a Scrum Master, or you want to be a product owner. So let's make sure you use this site. This site, you can take your certification here, and you can also do your training here. So when you go to scrum.org, you have all the training where you can find any training to attend, or you can take your certification here as well. So these are some of the things. Just professional Scrum Masters, we have 3 levels of it. You have the PSM 1, PSM 2, and PSM 3. It's not necessary you do the all 3 before you land yourself a job, and it's not necessarily you take a certification before you land yourself a job, but it's just a way to enhance your skill, to help yourself to have a basic understanding of this particular role if you so much decide to go into the role of a Scrum Master. And also under that, the training, you see so many things you can do in training. See, back to the certification. Under the certification, you equally see the role of a product owner. The role of a product owner is also there. That is a PSPO1, PSPO2, PSPO3. You don't need to do the 3 before you get yourself a job, one or do anyone. I'm just showing you the site so that if you want to increase your knowledge, is a very good one for you to do. So under the certification as well, you will see there is a practice question there. It's a very good site. It's a very good site. So you see the practice questions there, and you can take the practice question maybe for the role of a Scrum Masters. You see the practice question. You can take in Japanese, the language you want to take, and if you click on that, it will start. So you can also see 30 questions there for you to practice for this particular before you say you want to do certification or not. So that is that one. There are other sites. If you want this link, please just put in the comment section so that I can put the link out for everyone. Also, I said while we're doing this training that there are so many rules that are available. Now, if you go to Microsoft, you will understand that there are different rules in Microsoft as well. So I will be showing this one in next of my video to let you learn yourself any role. If you want to be an administrator, AI engineer, business analyst, there are so many things, and everything, all the courses here, they are free. They are free, just as free. If you want to learn Power BI, they are very, very free. So we will take time to walk through some of these rules some other time. Thank you for now. Bye.